This is Unmuted with my girls, Z and Ross the Boss. Talk about it, ladies.
Well, hello, family and friends. Welcome to another episode of Unmuted with your girl, Z.
And your girl Ross the Boss. Hey.
Hey, did you miss us? I hope so, because we missed you. And today, we have some news to share with you all. Since you're family, friends, we want to make sure that you're in on a not so secret that we have. You like that? How I did that right there? A
Yeah.
not so secret.
I like that. Yeah. I'm like, do I know what it is? Like, come on, tell me.
Do
What
you?
is it? I
Do
don't
you?
know.
But but before we get into that not so secret, I do want to start off by asking my dear friend Ross the Boss, how are you feeling today, my friend? How was your week?
Listen, the week was weekend. One of the things and I know we'll probably get into it a little bit today, but we have been busy this week, friend. I mean, all of the things. And they have been really, really good things. So it is a good use of time when your body is tired because you're doing things that fill your heart and fill your cup. So not complaining about it at all. So if you see these sleepy eyes, it's because, doing your paid work and then doing your passion work. Can definitely take a toll on your body. So I think that's where I am today. So my heart is completely full. And as we record today, I'm super excited to get into some topics. And then whatever it is that you're sharing, I am ready to be wild with everybody else.
She's being unserious. She knows the secret, but okay, we're gonna play along.
Okay.
Oh man, oh man. I definitely share the sentiment with you. I feel like it's been busy. It's felt like a super long week, but also super busy and fast. It's just weird. I just wanna the first thing that I wanna say is we listened, we heard, we got new backgrounds. I mean,
Period.
so
Hmm.
we hope that these are you love them as much as we love them because honestly, we both obviously my favorite if you well it's not obviously right. If you know me or if you don't, now you know my favorite color is pink. So this is a very Z background. And then
Absolutely. Orange is my favorite color. So the hues in my room right now are orange and then the orange background. So I want to thank my sis for hooking me up with a really dope background. Hopefully, I don't get too lost in it. So also learning how my camera operates. So if I get drowned out a little bit, we'll definitely be working on it. So
yes, yes.
great job,
So
great job, great job.
thank you. Thank you. I can't take full credit. Of course, our producer was making sure that we got the right aesthetics, the right unmuted aesthetics. So that was interesting. I loved it though. I was like, okay, okay. He's definitely trying to make sure that we're all set and that everything looks good. So very grateful for our strong team of three at the moment.
And I think I'll make a correction for you there, friend, because we definitely have a group that is beyond the three. So I think it's three to make the technical part happen, but it's
Yes.
definitely a village that takes to create this space and the energy and the momentum. And with that, just want to say thank you. I know that there have been many posts as we have set milestones, within this podcast. Um, that we have hit that we
Hmm.
hit very fast that we weren't anticipating, but that's because of all of the love and support for everybody who is a part of our village. So thank you so much for following and sharing. Please continue to do that and spread it out through your network so that our message and our love hits as many people as possible who need it.
Thank you, friend, for correcting me because I definitely did need a correction. I was I was talking about the technical part, but 1,000% agree with you. Thank you. Our thanking our village. And then so I also wanted to clarify. I know some people might be like 50. or like 100. So the reason why we celebrate every milestone is because a long time ago we decided we were going to celebrate anything that was a win for us in our eyes, or that leads us to our goal, our end goal. We were going to celebrate it, because that's the problem. We often don't celebrate each other as much. So because we don't want to seem arrogant, or we don't want to seem stuck up, and it's not about that. It's about, celebrating all the small wins, because ultimately one day we want to look back and see how we started and where we're at, and celebrate it. So if anybody ever wonders why we post, why we share, is because that's something that we try to live into, and we encourage everybody else. Any the smallest win, celebrate yourself. It's very important to keep going, because as my friend Ross, the boss, said, it's been some tiring days, but it's all worth it when we start seeing our small milestones, and the comments and the likes and the views and the follows. It definitely warms our heart, and it gives us more fuel to keep going.
Absolutely. And even with that too, any of the feedback also, we
Mhm.
are learning and growing. So, we receive those as well. So thank you to those folks who give it in love and just say like, hey, we see where you're going and we just want you to be the best. So thank you to those folks who reach out and share those comments as well. We appreciate all of it.
100%. So we don't have a drum roll, or maybe we do. I don't know, but drum roll, please, on the story time of the secret, not so secret, that we have. So if you're following us on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, you are already in on the secret. We did receive a certificate from the city of New York, New Jersey, for some of the love work. I call it love work because it's truly a labor of love. We
Mhm.
never expected it. I know we're gonna tag team this one, because we both have a lot to say, but we're gonna try to keep it at a decent time. It's been a labor of love, and that's why we call it that, the labor of love that we do with the International Girls Academy. And then so we received this recognition, and we posted it all over our socials, because that's just how much it meant to us. And we were truly surprised. I think tears were involved, the whole 9 yards, but we definitely never expected it, as we never do. We always do what we do because we love it, because we want to pay it forward. But to say that it was a nice surprise, it was definitely a nice surprise. What are your thoughts when you saw it in the mail, friend?
I think it caught me off guard because even, when the girls presented it to us, and anyone who got to read the write up that we put on our all of our socials, um, to know that it came because the girls, were thankful for the work that we were able to do with them. We tell them all the time, it's like we learn more from them than they can ever learn from us, which again is what led us to this space, to tap into something brave that was a little different for us, because as we pour into them and tell them like all the amazing things that they can do on the back end, we were telling ourselves all the reasons why we shouldn't, right? So I know at one point after the last event that we did with them, especially after they, presented us with this beautiful expression of love, we looked at each other and said, "There's nothing that we can't do." Um, because in turn we tell them there's nothing that they can't do. So just thank you to the International Girls Academy. Thank you to the city of New York for that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful recognition that we did not expect. I know that both of us have it framed really big in our house to be able to see it as a reminder of the why. So thank you.
100%. 100%. And so we decided we're gonna do a big, right, because again, often we don't celebrate our wins. So I'm really proud of. There was a lot of hours of, how are we gonna frame it? Like, how do we want to do this? And should we do this? And we're like, why not? Right? And then so definitely the girls from the International Girls Academy, they pour into us every time. I could have the longest day, more drained than ever. I'm a person that after 2 p.m. my energy is like not the greatest. Everybody that knows me knows after 2 p.m. I'm not my greatest version of myself. So then when I get into these meetings with the girls, I leave with a smile from ear to ear. Like my cheeks hurt from the smiling that I do with the girls. So to your point, friend, it's a true testament of like they motivated us to. If they're not scared, then we shouldn't be scared either. And if we're preaching to them to not be scared, then we need to go and do and follow our dreams. And so nothing but love and appreciation to them. And every time I look at it framed in my house, I do smile. I'm like, oh my God, like the littles, they thought about us out of all the people that help. And they even call us Miss Z and Miss S. That is just the cutest thing. They'll call us randomly. Hey, Miss Z. Hey, Miss S. We want you to see this. And it's just like, um, literally like having additional children to love on. So it's just a very special one for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I guess there's definitely not enough thank yous in the world.
At all.
Because I think it also speaks to, the little girls in us who wishes that, there were programs like this. And I know that I went through programs like this that helped to develop me as the woman that I am today. So I just owe it back, right? I owe it back because somebody did that for me. So um, shout out to the girls. So hopefully they're listening to this episode to know that we truly appreciate y'all, and y'all are going to go on to do amazing things, and understand that you got cheerleaders, you have supporters, and we are here always. We go nowhere.
100%. 100%. Yeah, I remember the last wind down Wednesday we had. We told our friend Makiba, who is the founder of this wonderful nonprofit, and we told her, I told her, me personally, I said, I wish I would have had something like this. I wish. I think I would have found even more community, more people to be there for me, to support me. It's just it just feels good, because then the older girls help the little girls, and it's like you pay it forward at such a young age. So 100%. If you haven't checked them out, I know they're all over socials. They have their own website. It's called the International Girls Academy. You can definitely, I think she has videos of the girls and just some of the great things that they do. So we will have her in a future show to talk a little bit more about it, but it wouldn't be fair to not start putting it in your ear, of that name of the International Girls Academy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out, ladies. Hey, sis, I see you.
Yes, yes. Sending y'all a bunch of hugs and kisses from Ms. Z and Miss S.
Absolutely, always.
All right, all right. So, with that being said, we're definitely going to get into today's topic. We thought about this one very intentionally. And so, I know a lot of people like to say, New Year, new me. But why do we have to wait until the new year, right? That's something that me and my friend here were discussing the other day. Why can't it be new month, new me, or new month, new intention, right? So we're going to be talking a little bit about like things that we want to leave behind in April, and just talk about how April literally kicked our butts. I don't know about y'all, fam, but us, our butts were kicked. So then, and now going into May, intentionally, even though we're tired, we're still going to be intentional. And so we're going to bring you on to this conversation, and then hopefully we can get some of y'all's intentions and what you want to leave behind and what you want to bring back, or what new thing you want to bring for the month of May. So yeah, so that's today's episode for y'all.
Yes, yes. So, Z, if you will allow me to be so bold, friend, and to tell you the one thing that I want to leave 100% in April.
What's that?
Pollen. Pollen can
It can stay last year for all we care.
Listen, I understand the purpose, but
Is
what
there
I'm a
is
listen, the trees
there?
need it. That's how we know
Oh.
that they it's tree intercourse, and I understand that. I understand the purpose. I understand why we need it. What does not understand is my allergies. So I was tired every time I would go outside and see my car all covered in yellow, and I would just shake my head like, thank goodness for allergy shots. Thank goodness, that I am aware that I'm allergic and I do the things necessary to take care of it. But if pollen was a person, I would fight it. That's
Oof.
it. And that
Oof.
directly in the face, just
You're not playing, huh?
but no, it was very aggressive. And I don't know what it looks like for the rest of the country, but in the South, come on, Virginia, North Carolina, it was very unpleasant. Very, very unpleasant. You should never turn your windshield wipers on and it just like why does it look like snow? It was very unpleasant. So pollen for me would be the number one thing that I'm leaving in April. And I do not hope to see her in May, June, July, August, September, November, December. Thank you.
I love that you were so bold because I was gonna say what I want us all to do, even once you listen to this podcast, is say it with your chest. What are you not planning to take to May? You said it with your chest and everything.
I did. And
So
if
good for
Paula
you.
decides to come up the steps in my house, she can get it. She can get it. I got things for her. These two, pop pop. She can get it. Period. So
Period.
what about for you, Z? Like, what is one of those big things? Say it with your chest now. What is one of those big things that you want to leave back in April?
Oh man, there's a lot of things that I want to leave in April, but realistically, mm, let's see. This is a good one. I would say I would like to leave in April those people that do not believe in you, fake friends, all of that. If you're fake, you're not for me. Like if you are not with me in the good, the bad, everything, you're not for me. Like you're not. I did a New Year's cleanse on my socials and my friend groups and all of that earlier in the year, but I think, you know, it might be time to do another April. Isn't it spring cleaning? Or is it
Yep.
or am I tripping? See, so
Yep.
that,
Yep.
and if I can spring clean my closet, that would be another great thing for Pookie because he doesn't have a lot of closet space. But we'll see. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Mm-hmm. 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 I definitely think I would definitely tag on to that thought process for you, and I think that maybe a lot of people listening would feel that same way. I think that with the change of a season, you realize that I know that in a lot of the Medea plays, it's a season, reason, or a lifetime that people are in your life, right? So
Mm.
I think that there's nothing wrong with saying, this next season in your life that group of people, aka pollen, and or that friend group, like doesn't need to go with you, right? So maybe they were only there, for that season, and that season has now passed, and it's okay. And you wish them well, whatever their next thing is, and then you continue to live in the greatness that is for you, right?
Yeah. And I think also sometimes it's necessary, especially when you're trying to get things done for yourself. So I was noticing, man, I'm busy all the time. So you know what I don't have time for? For people that are not here for me for the right reasons. That's what I don't have time for. And then so being intentional, right? Like making time for those people that are there for you, obviously. But those that are just posting negative things or posting things that just don't sit right with you, like it's okay to unfriend somebody, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's not,
Nothing personal.
unfriending them for the no, it's not unfriending them for the world. You're just saying like, there's we're just growing in two different directions, and that's okay.
Hmm.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
100%. So yeah, definitely that, because I think sometimes, you know, as much as you want to say it doesn't get to you, it gets to you. So then I already have enough things. So Yeah, that would be the one for me, I think. Spring cleaning. Let's do some spring cleaning in our closets, but also in our social media, in our friend groups. I mean, heck, even
Absolutely.
family. Because sometimes, even family, sometimes certain family members are just not there for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think to tag on to that a little bit, to say it with your chest moment from Ross the Boss is self doubt.
Mm,
Um, that can be an ugly, ugly passenger
yes.
in um, the road in your life.
Mm,
And I think that there were definitely moments, not even just in April, but at the beginning of 2026, full transparency, where there was a lot of self doubt. Um,
mm,
and I am so thankful that I have people, in my corner who poured into me and said, like, the things that you're saying about yourself aren't true. The narrative is in your head, or, even if there's, a few people that are saying this about you, you know who you are. And that's a lot easier said to receive than it is, you know, um, it's easier to hear people say that to you, but harder for you to receive it, especially if you're in a space of vulnerability. And I think
mhm,
that there were definitely several times this year where I felt very vulnerable and uncertain about things. And, we are our own worst critics. And I
mhm,
think that um, what happened in that space was living in the narrative that wasn't mine, and that self doubt sort of crept in. But I am thankful for the people who continue to pour, even when I was like, nope, I don't want to hear it. That is,
yeah.
nope, no, what they're saying is true. Nope, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not as. I'm not as talented as I think I am. I'm not as attractive as I think I am. I'm not all of these things that you start to tell yourself, and that becomes a story that sort of circles around in your head. And I'm thankful that in this season,
Mm,
that I was like, hey, we're gonna leave that back there because
yeah.
it doesn't serve a purpose here. So definitely thankful to have to say bye to that. So that self doubt, understanding that realistically, it's always going to creep its head up, right? And I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody else sort of feels that. If that resonates with you at all, definitely drop it in the chat. Let's be each other's support. Let's pour into each other. So that you don't go down that dark hole either, because sometimes it's hard to pull yourself out of that. So I'm thankful for therapy.
Mm,
I'm thankful
yes.
for the come on. Um, Thankful for therapy, and I'm also thankful for the people who love and support, who saw the hole that I was going down and was like, "Nah, sis, we first of all, you're not going down there by yourself, and there's enough of us who love you that if you do go down that hole, we're all gonna pull you out." So I'm
Listen,
definitely thankful for that. So I'm leaving that shit in the season that it was supposed to be in back in.
exactly. And you're 100% right. I feel like that little, it's like those little two, like the cartoons always put it, that there's like the angel and then the other, I don't like to say the word, but you know what I mean, the evil, on your shoulder. And it's always like telling you consistently all the bad things, and then so you start not being so friendly to yourself, and then so that, but a lot of the times it's fueled by a lot of things that you, from your past, that you grew up with, like it doesn't just show up there one day like, hey, unannounced, like, hey, start, you're not good enough. No, those are things that get piled. And then so that's where therapy, talking to people, I mean, it's not easy 100%, but it does help a little bit with that self doubt. But 100%, like I still have my days that I'm like, am I doing life right? Like, am I doing this right? Or
Mm-hmm.
do I need to lose more weight? But then the caveat is that when you have little peoples too, or anybody that looks up to you, and you talk about all that self-doubt, it's almost like you're transferring it to them. So if you're saying, oh my god, I need
Yeah.
to lose weight, I'm too big, or oh my god, I'm too ugly, or all these things, then what do you think that they're gonna say? And then so I try to not say things out loud, because then I have three daughters that are looking at me, and it's like, no, my nieces, my nephew, like I don't want them to feel that, because in my eyes they're perfect, right? And then so, but why can't we do the same to us? That's the forever mystery.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree.
Yeah.
So, what about for you, friend? If there was another thing that you would say, like, I'm going to put that on my chest and I'm leaving it, what is it?
Mm, negative self talk. I
Okay.
think it goes hand
Okay.
in hand with the self doubt. But I feel like sometimes we could be quick to be like, and this might be little. This might be little, but sometimes I know I mess up on something and I'm like, man, you're so stupid. Or I'm like, really? I'm such a dumbass or something, right? Like, but to myself. And I'm just like, but why? Like that's not right. Like you people make mistakes. You make mistakes and it's okay. But, or let's say for example I'm going to the gym, I'm trying to work out, I'm trying to get back in shape, but damn, we just had tacos at home. I can't say no to tacos. And it's like, oh my God, I ate a taco. There goes everything that I just worked out for. And all the negative self-talk is like I'm working towards the goal, but I'm also pulling myself back. And then I would really love to stop doing that. Like I wouldn't say that to somebody I love. I wouldn't be like, hey Shamel, you're going to the gym. Why are you eating a taco? Like I wouldn't tell you that. But I'll tell myself that. I'll be like, really? Like I thought you're trying to lose weight. I thought you're trying to get, your goals and all of that. And then so I think that as much as it's stupid or it's small, like the negative self-talk is real. I know I do it to myself a lot. So maybe out there you all do it as well. It's small, but also why are we talking to ourselves like that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I definitely think that those two things go hand in hand, right? Um, and I think it just becomes normalized and you don't realize like, oh, I'm doing that, you know? So again, you ingest food, you ingest water, but you also ingest those things too. And they become
Mm-hmm.
a part of the things that you are digesting and they make your body equally as unhealthy as you were saying. So I high five you for, being aware of that and then also saying that that's something that you want to fix.
Yeah, I do. I do want to fix it. I think for many years, it started with believing what others said about me, like truly believing it. Like if somebody said, "Oh, you're ugly," like I truly believed it. Like, "Oh my God, I'm ugly," and just like always focusing on that. And then so it kept going with like all of the negative talk that I would hear from others, and then I started like not being so nice to myself, and I think I've gotten a little bit better, but still, I would be lying. Like, my boyfriend all the time, like, I'll be like looking in the mirror. I'm like, oh my God, if I could just lose some weight here because my side profile. And he just looks at me and he's like, really? And I'm just like, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, okay, you're right, you're right. I'm trying to do better. So yeah, I think that's definitely a good one because as little as it may seem, it does make an impact. So if you wouldn't say it to somebody else, why would you say it to yourself? I wouldn't tell nobody something like that. I wouldn't say, hey, look, fix your side profile. No, I would never say something like that to somebody. So why say it to yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I think one of the things that I would like to welcome into May is saying yes to the things that feel good,
Mm,
right? I think we talk ourselves out of a lot of things that we want to do. We give ourselves all of the reasons why we can't. Like, um, one of like it, treat yourself. Treat
mm.
yourself. Now, I'm not gonna say that I treat myself. If
Oh,
I
we
want
know.
it, she can. Listen, if she want it, she gonna go get it. So just normalizing that because that didn't just happen out of nowhere. Because
Mm,
I thought about all the times in life where um, I said no because right. Do I deserve it? Maybe somebody else will need it. I know I used to do that with my paycheck a lot. So I was just like,
mm,
hey, as the oldest girl of my mom's three kids, I would say a lot of times, like, well, I need to start saving for money for just in case my brothers need it.
mm.
They grown. Why am I saving money for them?
Right.
Listen, no, absolutely not. So then I realized that, like, at that point, like my life wasn't my life. It was, me in preparation for other people's existence. And I'm just like, one of the things, and I know we talked about it a little bit in the mom episode or the Get to Know Ross the Boss episode, was when I was talking about my mom. She passed away at 45, and you know, one of the things that she was heavily focused on was like saving money so that she could leave something for us. And like, cool, appreciate it. But she didn't make it to retirement.
Mm.
So, the saving and all those things that she wanted to do for us, or, the plans that she had for herself, if she didn't experience life, the fact that her life was
Cut
cut
short.
short, she wouldn't have been able to enjoy anything because she was planning for a future that you may or may not get to. So
That's
live
true.
in the now, friends. Now let's
Don't use your rent money to live in the
yeah,
now.
please pay your bills. All right, do what you got to do. Keep food, keep
Right.
shelter, keep transportation. But at the same time, taking those moments to say, like, if I want the bag, get the bag, bro. Get the
Mm-hmm.
bag. If you want to take yourself out to eat, take yourself out to eat, right? Don't
Right.
nickel and dime yourself. And I know that that was a big thing that for me that I would do of like, well, I can go over here and get something to eat for $4 instead of taking myself to something I really want, right? So I think carrying it into the future is continuing that messaging of you deserve it, you work hard for it, and again, your bills are paid. So go ahead and do the things necessary to celebrate you. So encouraging everybody else to do that. And I know that we have a group of women in particular who listen to us or and tune in, and we really appreciate you. But sis, I'm talking to you. So if you want the massage, go get the massage.
I want the massage.
If you want the massage, go get the massage. Listen, I love comforters. I'm letting y'all behind the curtain. She will buy a comforter. I love to switch my comforters out. And people are like, how many comforters you need? Mind your business. Am I hurting you?
Right. Right.
Listen, one Christmas I ordered 6 comforters because Macy's had them on sale. And that
Does
is not a
she
shameless plug.
does she have the space for it? Don't worry about it.
Mind your business. I have an attic. I can put it up here if I want to. Right? Who did it hurt? Nobody. So at the end of the day, get in where you fit in. Do I have 6 beds? Absolutely not. I have one, but I like options.
I mean, you gotta change it up. Come on. You can't have one comforter. You can't.
One comforter, or you can if that's what you got right now. Live off that comforter, honey. But like if you can and you want to do it. So
Yeah.
again, treat yourself in the space and whatever that treat is, as long as it's not hurting you or anybody else. And you ain't got to explain nothing to nobody on your purchase because again, did they pay for it?
Probably not.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So treat yourself in May and moving forward. Period. Point and the blank. And I said that with my chest.
Hmm. All right. All right. See, how does one follow that? Like 6 comforters and counting. Who follow? What am I supposed to say to that?
And unapologetic about it. And there might be a 7th. Mind your business.
I ain't gonna lie though, like Macy's does have some good comforter sales. I will say that. I will say that. And again,
Yeah.
we're not getting paid for this ad advice whatsoever.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, I love that. And that's something that I do tell my mother a lot because, she used to think, oh, well, when I'm going to leave you, I said, Mom, we're grown. All three of us are grown. We work. We'll figure it out. Keep that money to go on vacation, to buy whatever you want. My mother has a bunch of perfumes, handbags, shoes. I love that for her. Do whatever you want to do. Now, she does tell me that she's going to leave all that stuff to me. So bless my heart whenever I have to take over. But, do what you want. Live your mom. Live your life, mom. Buy everything you want to buy. Go on the trip. Take the trip. Go to the massage.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
100%.
Go off, mama. Take the trip. The perfumes. If you don't want your mama's perfumes, as long as it, okay.
Oh, I love my mom's perfumes. I'll take those.
Okay. Okay, because I was gonna say if it's like the old school ones, green tea,
Oh no,
uh, the Avon ones, you can keep those.
it's
You can
not
keep those
those.
intact. So,
It's not those. Mama bougie. I got it from
um,
somebody.
um, come on, mama, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good one. I really like that one. Okay. What am I bringing to May? Let's see. Mm, I'm excited for Mother's Day. I'm just kidding. That doesn't count. For my kids and my boyfriend listening. Kidding. Um, so I think for May, I didn't see. This is how you know this is live. I didn't think of my answer, so that's how you know. I want to like I want to bring more of the speaking up and asking for help. And I'm not talking about like little things. I'm talking about sometimes you're going through it, like you might feel like you have nobody to talk to, and then so looking for that person and being able to let it out and let it expose what you're carrying, because sometimes some of those things can make you sick. Some of those things can really weigh heavily on you, and then so you don't have to carry the load alone. And I know I talk about that a lot, but I'm talking about more on the emotional level. I know a lot of us are parents, adults, somebody's looking up to us, somebody needs us, and then so it's like we always have to play the strong card. And it's okay to not be strong. It's okay to have your vulnerable moments. I'm not gonna lie, I have movies that I cry to, and when I'm feeling it, like I already am super overwhelmed and I want to cry it out, I play those movies and I cry. And my family looks at me crazy, but that's not the point here. The point here is that is how I sometimes let out my frustration and like all the load that I've been carrying. And then, of course, I do talk to my boyfriend and my kids and my friends about everything, my family, my mother, about some of the things that I'm going through. But I know that sometimes we don't want to, it's almost like we don't want to give them the burden. Like, oh my God, my friend's already going through it. How am I going to tell her in this same conversation that I'm also going through it? Like, I'm going to put her in the dumps. But that's not what it is. We're just trying to like be there for one another. And then so more of that, because I don't know, I just think right now times are hard. Everybody's going through a different struggle, and then you have to be strong in front of your kids or whomever and find that person that you can be vulnerable with and actually open up, because I have that problem. I always play the strong one. Oh, like the last episode, I always play the strong one and the funny one and the happy one, but it's like you have to, I want to start being like more vocal about the things that go through my mind.
Absolutely, absolutely. Do just hard hitting. You are serious about your growth
Serious.
season, friend.
Yeah.
Very, very
Well,
serious.
what is it? April showers bring May flowers.
Come on, that is true. Look at quoting.
Yeah.
I don't even know who wrote
Quoting.
that, but come
I don't know who wrote
come
that, honestly. Yeah, no. But after my last episode that I butchered a quote, I really tried to say it right this time.
on. Come on. She said she butchered it, y'all. She
I
butchered
did. You were laughing about it. I was like, I listened to the episode again and I was like, yep, my friend, yep, I butchered that. I ain't even gonna lie.
it. Hmm. Hmm. So this one, I'm gonna go a little off roading on here.
Oof.
I'm gonna take us off the path. Okay.
Okay.
But I even sat up on this one. So let me adjust again. Let me adjust again and let me sit a little closer
Is
so
that
that y'all can see
serious?
my face. Yes, that's serious.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let me get my shoulders together. Shake your shoulders off. Shake. Okay, I can't do too much movement. Okay.
Yeah, please, please.
And let me look directly in the camera when I say this.
Mm,
Okay. Bring the mic up. Mm-hmm.
too serious.
Very serious. I want y'all to know that global warming is real. 100% is real. I don't know if you all have been paying attention to these temperatures. Like yesterday here, it was like 50 was the high. At last week, it was 90. What? What are we
Yeah.
doing? Global warming is real. That's not what I'm saying with my chest. Okay. What
Oh.
I will not stand for in this next season, doll babies, is this: the slander. and the hate for Hoochie Daddy short season. Listen, it is gonna be warm this summer. It is gonna be warm. You let them men wear them shorts. You let them wear the shorts. Be as high as they want them to be. Because what do their legs need to do? Breathe. Am I a participant in Hoochie Daddy short season? Absolutely.
or
Absolutely.
they or Daisy Dukes or Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, no, but daisies are encouraged. Hoochie Daddy shorts are often considered a violation. And what I want to say is today that must stop. Today it must stop. Let them men let their legs breathe. Let them mass presenting folks let their short. It does not matter that my shorts are shorter than my boxers are. Okay? There's no reason for the hate. Let them be great.
Oh my
Let them be
god.
great. Let them carry it into the season. So
Oh my
I
god.
mean that, saying it with my chest. Do I have the smallest collection of shorts? Absolutely. And I do it on purpose. Every season, I buy a new set of shorts that are shorter than last year. At this point,
I'm
if they get any shorter, I'm getting arrested. If they get any shorter, it's a violation and it's going to be indecent exposure.
I'm curious as to
But
how short. How short
what
are
do
you
you mean?
talking? How short are you talking?
I mean,
Are you
what
like
I'm going to say.
showing cheeks? Short.
Well, first I would have to have cheeks, friend. Don't have an I don't have an ass. We know this.
I
I don't
mean,
have thighs.
you got a little
I'm a hit
some.
one. She got a little something. She got a little cake. It ain't a lot, you know. It's one of those little mini muffins. That's it. It ain't a lot. But
Hey,
no,
mini muffins need love too. Come on.
they do. Even though we struggle sometimes with rest, it is very hard to sit down for long periods of time. And sleeping on one side is
Oh.
difficult because
Oh yeah,
there's no
I can
cushion
see that.
inside.
I can see that. Yeah.
I have often asked if there was a procedure to take maybe, instead of it like being was it a BBL, could you
Hmm.
take some of it and just give me hips
Ooh. And what
so
was
that
the
I can?
answer? Have you asked a professional?
I think I just kept it internal because I didn't want the
Oh.
judgment. 'Cause if you
Okay.
judge me on
Okay.
my shorts, are you going to judge me when I say that like, hey, I would like to like take a deposit of something and just put it on my hip so I can rest well. Not that I'm trying to impress anybody or entice anybody. I would just like to sleep comfortably or sit down for long periods of time without feeling like, I'm going through a gynecological exam. That's all I'm saying. That's
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay. So you want some hips that don't lie then?
Well, mine do lie.
Oh.
Because cheat code, if you have ever interact with me or if you see me out in these streets, understand if you think I have a little piece, it's my wallet in my back pocket. I do it as a hmm hmm
Okay. That's okay, friend. That's
yeah.
okay. One day.
No,
Or
no, I
not.
think it's too far gone. It's too far gone. But what I'm saying is support my shorts. Okay.
Okay.
Support my shorts. That's the only thing I have going on right now. Support my shorts and support all of the men and mass presenting folks who want to also let their legs breathe. That's it. And that's all. That's all I got with my chest.
Again, how does one follow that? Like what? I don't have anything that that important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay, I can support that. I can support that. You can wear them, friend. You can wear
Oh, I
them.
was going to.
Oh,
I was going
so
to.
she
Season.
wasn't asking. She's just saying that it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Got it. Noted. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so a little bit on the serious, not so serious. I think another one that I think both you and I have agreed on is the spreading more love and less hate. We want that for the world mostly, but kindness goes a long way. It's not even about, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if anybody else can relate. Definitely let me know. But when I go to a drive through and that person smiles and is so nice on that speaker when taking my order, I do tell them, I'm like, thank you so much for that. Because it's just kindness versus when you go and they're rolling their eyes at you and like trying to rush you off the speaker and mess up your order and all the things. Like kindness goes a long way. If you treated me nicely and then you mess up my order, 100%, you're forgiven. Like, here, take your time. Thank you so much. No problem. But if you're being rude to me, you're being mean, and then you still mess up my order, like, we're going to have a problem. So, all I'm saying is, wherever you are, you never know who might need a smile. And then I know I'm guilty of this myself. Sometimes I just go in the store and I'm like, I just want to be in and out. Like, I just want to not look at anybody. But then it always happens that I cross paths with somebody and they'll speak, and then I'll be like, good morning or good afternoon, or give them a smile or have a nice day. And I see their smile back and I'm like, because you never know if that person needed that act of kindness. So I think I want to do even more of that because there are times that I'm not going to lie. I'm a woman on a mission and I only have like a certain amount of time to make dinner happen. And it's like, I'm just like bam, bam, bam. And so I want to not look up. I want to focus. And then so I want to be more intentional and then smile and spread that kindness a little bit more because you never know who might need it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is 100% true. I had an experience actually yesterday. I went to go get some dinner, and the person in front of me paid for my meal. I had no idea who that person
Oh,
was.
wow.
And I sort of beeped a thank you, and they waved back. And it was like that moment that just made you smile. It was unexpected, very, very thoughtful, and a way to pay it forward. So um, I think also understanding that we all have like everybody, we a lot of people will say like don't let people see you have a bad day. It's not realistic, and that's a lot of pressure
No.
on you. So
Yeah.
as we go retail spaces and stuff like that, understand that those are just human beings, right? So
Mm-hmm.
even if that worker doesn't smile at you, my grandma used to say this all the time. You don't let somebody else's behavior change who you are.
Mm.
So at the end of the day, even if that person's having a bad day, you don't know that you could turn their day around by you just saying like a thank you or a smile or whatever. Because you don't know who they've waited on before, who also passed their bad day off to them, right? So just being mindful of that, of just, not letting yourself um, bleed onto people who didn't cut you. So
That's a good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I I agree. I agree. We came up with some good stuff over here.
Yeah, yeah, and I know that we're probably coming up on time. So what I will do is wrap us with my last one if you feel so if you feel okay with that, Maria. So let
Mm,
me feel so led to wrap us up.
go ahead, friend. Take us, close
Okay.
us out.
All right. And I want 100% for folks who listen to this episode to share in this. Um, whether it is prom season, whether it is graduation, let those babies celebrate.
Mm,
Let them be proud. Let them party. Let their family celebrate them. Who, why do you care how much somebody spent on a prom dress or the fact that they wanted to have this big, beautiful celebration? Why you care?
right. Mind your
Let them
business.
babies celebrate. Mind the business that pays you, right?
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, it is let them babies celebrate. So at graduation, if they are doing a cute two-step, across the stage, and that is how they feel like they want to express themselves, let them. And it is not ghetto, it is not low class. It is 100% a pure celebration of something that maybe they did not think they could do. And it does not hurt anybody to let them have their moment.
So
Period.
for those school administration people, because they're the ones that
Chill
don't
out.
let them. They tell them that they a lot of the times I know that they tell them that if they do that they can hold their diploma or whatever, and I'm just like, why
Yes.
though? Like, is that even a
Turn
thing?
turn up.
So
So I can share with y'all when I graduated from high school. Um, they told us that same thing. Like, don't keep it cute. Be respectful. Your family and friends and stuff are here. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. So I had talked to my grandma. I said, Grandma, what you want me to do when I get my diploma? And she said, Baby, I want you to celebrate. Say less. My grandma told me to go up. So what did she do? Went up, and I had done that at every graduation: fifth grade, eighth grade, uh, 12th grade. and college. What do you mean? Every one of those. Because again, I earned that. That is your moment.
Mm-hmm.
So it has been disheartening a little bit just to see people be so critical of these babies being proud of themselves
Right.
and their families supporting them in ways that feel, good to them. That don't hurt nobody. Let them babies party. Let them babies
Right.
party.
It's like also
That's
another thing. Some schools don't let them decorate their cap or
it.
like put like a little, I don't know, like my daughter had one where she had like Salvadorian flag and then the United States flag, right? And then she was trying to represent, like she's another one that was able to get her high school diploma and she had to hide it underneath, not take it off. She couldn't get it out until we were outside and whatnot. And it's like, but why does that hurt anybody? Or even decorating the cap. Why does that hurt you? Because a lot of people do it because they have quotes from their parents or like, some do it in memory of somebody they lost. Like now, a lot of schools they don't let you do it, and it's like, but what does that hurt you? Honestly,
Absolutely. And I get it because a lot of times they're like, in that celebratory moment, that might take away from another child's moment or it might extend graduation. Totally hear that. Totally hear it. Totally hear it. And not every kid is going to want to express themselves that way.
that's true.
So so at the end of the day, let the babies that want to let them do as long as they're not like disrupting, the rest of the ceremony for other people. Once you get off stage, now you need to chill out.
Yeah,
So like go down the aisle and like all of that. Okay, after that, no. But when your name is called, what your expression looks like is what your expression looks like. As
right.
long as it is, again, it doesn't have to be a performance, but letting it be that moment where they get to celebrate themselves. And again, even on the prom situation, people are here critiquing these cars that the babies get or their outfits. Why do you care? It is not your child. You
Hmm.
did not pay for anything. And then most of you who are critiquing hate your own prom pictures
That part.
because you didn't pick it. And you're just like, oh, I would have made a different choice had I known better. So if these babies are proud of what they got up and gave, then why do you care?
That's true.
Mind the business that serves you. Period. Let these babies be great. So go off, babies. So any of the babies that are listening to this, if it's your moment, baby, it's your moment. Take it because there might not be another stage where you get to walk across where you get to hear somebody say your name.
Mm,
So go off. That's it and that's all. With the chest.
there you go. Couldn't have said it better myself. 100% couldn't have said it better myself. So we're getting close to the end, and obviously we would love to talk to y'all forever and ever and ever, but we're gonna have to wait till the next episode. But before we go on, and in the spirit of letting go in April and bringing new goals in May, my friend Roz the Boss has an inspirational quote for you.
Absolutely. So I had to go to my phone. So whew, oh, I think we had talked about the one episode about me reading in front of people, and I feel like I'm reading in front of my people. So
I think it's okay.
okay, okay. Whew, let me adjust my glasses. These could melt the sun if needed. So the quote, the affirmation is May is where clarity meets courage. We're clear on who we are and what we're building. So we're moving with intention, not explanation. We're choosing to be brave about the things that stretch us and stepping into new spaces with purpose while staying grounded in gratitude for everything that brought us here. If it doesn't align, it doesn't get access.
Mm.
And when we speak on it, we're saying it with our chest, unapologetically, unmuted.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much, friend, for sharing that. Very beautiful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank
You
you. Thank
understood the assignment.
you. And she did. And I hope that all of our family and that's listening to us today understand that as we have this conversation, we don't want the conversation to end here. So, in all of the platforms, Handy, engage with us. So, if there's something that you feel like we missed saying with our chest, because I'm sure that we could have kept going with other things that we wanted to say, we encourage you to tell us, some of the things that you want to say with your chest, some of the things that you want to leave behind, or some of the things that you want to carry forward, because maybe it's something that someone else hadn't thought about yet that
Mm-hmm.
impacts them. So let's keep the conversation going. You can find us again on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. Um, and let's just keep the conversation and the love going of what we want to continue and what we want to leave behind.
100%. 100%. Thank you, my friend. And again, we can't do it without all of you. I know we have a lot of friends out there that keep spreading the word to follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Make sure you hit subscribe. Send us a rating. We're able to see those and just kind of see where can we improve, what are we doing right, what does those episodes mean to you. We want to hear it all. We want to hear from you and we want to hear it all. So don't forget, we got to live with intention. We got to leave April behind because we're already in May, basically. And then, so just remember to say it with your chest, mean it, and then write it down on a post it note, stick it in your mirror, stick it in your wall so that you can keep it fresh in mind because we all have a busy schedule, but we have to remember to live with intention.
Absolutely. Don't come for my shorts though in the comments. That's all.
Don't come for her shorts. And if you have a similar story, share with us. Maybe you can bond with my friend Roz the Boss here on who has the shortest shorts. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what y'all can. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I mean, I wear short shorts too, but I think they're a little different.
Who gonna check me, boo? That's it. And that's all.
And with that being said, thank you so much for listening. And don't forget to stay unmuted. Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe. And always staying unmuted.